Vaishali and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to kick things off with round 14 from the FIDE Candidates tournament. We already know as a result of round 13, Javokhir Sindarov has won this tournament already, but of course he has to show up in round 14 to conclude the tournament, guys. We're going to get straight into the game. Javokhir, he opens up with the move e4. We get e5 on the play, knight f3, knight f6, knight c3, knight c6. If you are ever yourself in a tournament and you have already won the tournament, or you just need a draw to win the tournament, this is a great theoretical position to learn and to know to guarantee that draw. And then white responds with the move bishop to b5. Black plays the move knight to d4. We got knight captures d4, e captures d4. We got e5 played, d captures c3, e captures f6. As you guys are going to see, all the pieces here are just going to get traded off the board. Okay, the bishop's going to take here. White's going to play the move d5. Then we have the move bishop to f4, followed by c6, c4, d captures c4, bishop captures c4. Black gets castled. Then we have the move rook at f to e1, bishop to d7, guys. And I'm going through this game as quickly as they played it. If you guys look, they're already on move 15, and each of them have only played a total of Sindarov has only played 2 minutes on his clock, and then Wei has only played less than 4 minutes on his clock. So guys, this is a very, very quick game, a theoretically known draw. And like I said, if you ever need a draw in one of your games, know this line, learn this theory, and you will have the draw that you need to solidify your place in that tournament. White plays the move bishop to e3. We have bishop captures e3, rook captures e3, of course, rook at f to e8. Then we have the move rook at a to e1, rook captures, rook to e8, rook captures, bishop captures. Then we have the move f4, king f8, king f2, king e7, king e3, f6, c3. Guys, again, if you ever need a draw, know the four knights game. I believe Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura played this in the 2025 Norway tournament. I believe they played this. It was one of the last classical games that Magnus and Hikaru played, and they played the four knights game. Magnus had just lost to Gukesh. You guys all remember the viral moment where he slams his fist on the table. He slammed his fist on the table because he lost to Gukesh. Then the next day he had to play Hikaru, and this is what they played. They played the four knights game, and it was obvious he was just playing to get a draw because he was still pretty upset about that moment where he banged the table against Gukesh in Norway 2025, right, guys? So know the four knights game. So we got the move c3. You know, my coach, he also mentioned this to me a while back about the four knights game and was telling me how it's a theoretically drawn position. But of course, at that time, I didn't even know what that meant. Like, why would anybody go into a game playing for a draw? At that time, that's where my chess was, right? I didn't know why people would go in playing for a draw. That was a long, long time ago. But anyway, guys, the four knights game is what they played. Shout out to Sindarov. Shout out to all the Sindarov fans. Congratulations on his win in the FIDE Candidates Tournament 2026. And he will be facing the current world champion at the end of this year, Gukesh. Just as Sindarov won the open section, we have to send a huge congratulations to Grandmaster Vaishali Rameshbabu for winning the Women's FIDE Candidates Tournament, guys. This was a must-win situation for my girl Vaishali, and she did it. She came out victorious. She came out on top. The women's bracket was so close. It was a very, very entertaining FIDE Candidates Tournament from the women's side. I've been watching her closely for a while now. Let's take a look at the game. Grandmaster Vaishali, she opens up with the move e4. We get c5 on the board, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting into a Sicilian defense. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be war. Someone will win this game and someone will lose this game. They are not going in to draw this game. This is going to be a showdown, as it needs to be, because Vaishali, she needs a win. She needs to win this game to win this tournament, okay? So we got the move e4, c5, then we have the move knight f3, d6, then we have the move d4, immediately going after the center here. We got c captures d, knight captures d, knight f6, knight to c3, g6, bishop e3, bishop g7. They're developing their pieces. Then we get the move f3 played. Then we get the move castle, queen to d2, followed by knight to c6, the long castle. This is going to be a fight. There's so many imbalances already, guys. These ladies are playing for a win. We get the move long castle, followed by the move d5, asking the question of the center, knight cuts, b-pawn cuts, and then we get to move bishop to c4, followed by bishop to e6, and then of course e captures d, c captures d, knight captures d5, knight captures d5, bishop captures d5, rook to b8. And I have to say, I love the way Vaishali is playing this. I really do. She played this game really solid. Do you guys see the development of all of her pieces? Do you see the activity of all of her pieces in the center of the board here? We get to move rook to b8, then we get to move bishop to b3, queen to c8, followed by king to b1, putting her king on a safer square. Then we get Bishop captures b3. Terrible move for black. A-pawn captures back. We get the move a5. While black's pushing pawns, Vaishali, she's going to push pieces with the move bishop to d5. Then black plays the move e5. Then we get the move bishop to c3, followed by a4. B captures a4. A mistake. However, she's still winning this game. We get the move queen to c4, followed by b3. The queen captures on a4 because this pawn is pinned to the king here. Then we get the move rook at h to e1, to bringing her last piece to the center of the board. I just love the piece activity. I love how she's dominating right through the center of the board here. This is just good chess by Grandmaster Vaishali, and she's doing a great job this game. We get to move rook to b5, then we get to move rook to e4, asking the queen a question. Where are you going with that queen? Queen retreats to a7. Then we get to move queen to e3, followed by queen c7, queen to d3, queen to b6, bishop to b2, followed by rook to a5, bishop to c3, asking the rook a question, followed by rook to a6. Then we get to move queen to e3, queen to c6, rook to c4. Where are you going with that queen? Queen goes over to e6. Then we get to move queen to e4, followed by rook at f to a1. But do you guys see how Vaishali is just dominating in the center? She's in the center of the board here. Black is on the flank. You're not gonna do anything. This attack is not even real. And this dark square bishop here is gonna protect white's dark squares over here. So where are you going with these rooks? Nowhere. White then continues with the move rook to c5, completely ignoring black's fake threats. h5 play, followed by g4. Not the best idea. H captures g, f captures d, king to h7. Then we get to move rook at c to d5. Again, look at the placement of her pieces. They're all in the center of the board all game. It's going to be very, very difficult to beat her, and she's playing this well. Then we get to move queen to c6, followed by the move bishop to b2. Rook goes to a2. Terrible move. Then we get to move g5, and this game is about over. Queen to b6. Queen to h4, check. Where are you going with that king? King goes to g8, queen to e4. This is just beautiful chess. Rook at 8 goes to a4, followed by rook to d8, check. Where are you going with that king? Do you guys see how she's doing everything but not really doing nothing? All of this central control here, all this central control that she has is going to eat black's king up, while black is over here playing on the flank with some make-believe attack that black does not have. Beautiful chess by Grandmaster Vaishali. She dominates this game from start to finish with the move c4, followed by rook captures c4, queen captures c4, rook captures b2, a desperate move. The king is going to take back. Then we get the move e4 played, and this game is over. Black cannot stop this. We get the move king to b1, followed by queen to f2. Then we get rook at 8 to d2. Where are you going with that queen? Get that queen out of my house. She did this all through the center of the board the whole entire game. Her pieces were centralized, and this is what good chess looks like. Black plays the move queen to f5, followed by the move queen to d5, and then we get the move queen to f3, rook to c2. And as you guys can see, this game has been over a very, very long time ago. White has won material, all because she understands king safety and centralization, while black was just playing on the flank, and this game was quite easy for her. Rook to c2, followed by queen to f4. Then we get to move rook to e1, e3, and finally we get the move queen to g2, and black just resigns here, guys. So this was a beautiful game, beautifully won by Grandmaster Vaishali Rameshbabu. She absolutely deserves this win. I see this girl everywhere, dominating, putting in work. I think at one point she was playing in the open sections too. So a huge congratulations to her for not only winning this tournament, but for also playing some very, very good, strong chess. If you guys look at that game, it wasn't just, oh, she got lucky and she won. She outplayed black. A huge congratulations to Vaishali Rameshbabu for winning this tournament, and she has an event of her own to look forward to at the end of this year, which will be the Women's World Champion match between herself and the current Women's World Champion from China, Ju Wenjun. And I am so looking forward to the two big matches at the end of this year. We got the World Championship with Sindarov himself. We got the Women's World Championship with beautiful chess like this from Vaishali Rameshbabu herself. So guys, I'm looking forward to it. Congratulations to them both. Congratulations to Sindarov. Congratulations to Vaishali. And I wish them all the success in the world at the end of the year as they both compete in the World Championship match. And I have to say, I'll give my take on who I think will win the World Championship, the Women's World Championship in the later video. But I do already know my picks. I already know who I picked. Like 100% sure I know who's going to win the big matches at the end of the year. So guys, stay tuned for that. I will be letting you guys know my predictions, but we do have a huge World Championship and Women's World Championship to look forward to at the end of this year. So for us chess fans out here, us who truly love the game of chess, we have a lot to look forward to. We are in for a very special treat. Did you guys see how beautifully well played this game was? It was just awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for taking a look at round 14 with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.